you yourself having gone through, having had so many bumps in the road, what is one of the biggest misconceptions that people have when they think about a potential calamity, a potential misery, a potential bump in their road?
I think that when we all hit a bump, that we are mired in the moment. It seems like we'll never get out of it. It's really hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, and if you see it, it's probably an oncoming train. So
Mhm.
I think that one of the things that fascinates me is how do we work our way through these bumps? And I think one of the key elements that absolutely everybody touches on is simply take action, one small step. And this can be very, very hard because you're just overwhelmed by current circumstances. And it may
Yeah.
not happen overnight. These things take sometimes years to play out. But put energy into the situation. Energy will change everything.
Energy will change. Can you expand a little bit more what you mean by energy? Is it your attitude? Is it where you decide to focus on, like just let us into what you mean by energy?
I think attitude is part of it, but that can be slow in coming. I think
Okay.
gratitude, which you mentioned, is incredibly important. And it can be hard to find things to be grateful for sometimes. But if you can just find three things every day, find three things to be grateful for. And it could be something as simple as a wonderful hot shower. It might
Mhm.
be, that the sky is blue and it's gorgeous today. It can just be very small things. But I think developing that attitude of gratitude is
Mm.
a really important habit in life in general because we have choice in terms of how we see things, and that choice determines our mindset, it determines our actions. So what do you choose? And
Mm.
that in turn goes to how do you become conscious enough to even see that you have choices.
Right, right. Can you give us an example of one bump in the road, in your road, right? And how what are those what are some of the three things that you had to do that led you to be grateful within, like, while still facing that bump?
um, One bump I went through was 6 years of on again off again treatment for lymphoma cancer treatment. 6 years, that's a bump.
Yeah.
Um, I think that for me, there were some really profound positive things that came out of that whole experience. One was certainly gratitude oriented. I looked around at what the good things that were going on in my life, and a
Hmm.
lot of them were nature based, actually. You know, the hummingbird in the garden, the feel of the sun on your skin, the wind,
Yeah.
moving the hammock, that type of thing. So I think gratitude was part of it. But from that, for me, came a very deep, almost transcendent sense of joy.